we stood there together and heard the news that my Archie was found in a bathroom at 2 o'clock that morning in downtown Montreal in a bar. And although the bystanders started CPR and the first responders came as fast as they could, and although the paramedics that I've worked with were there and did everything they could, they couldn't revive Archie. And Archie was gone. My name is Charlene Vacon, and I'm going to talk about my son Archie, what he meant to me, what he meant to our family, and how we lost him. For his whole life, he had gone to Nova Scotia every summer because our family, part of it, is from Cape Breton. So every summer he'd spend there. And this was the first summer he decided to spend here in Montreal, working in his factory, reading his books, playing chess. He was a fantastic chess player, and socializing, which was a big, big deal for him. He had so many friends. So many people have come up to me and said, since he's gone, that Archie was the smartest person that they'd ever met. He was absolutely brilliant, social, and he had become a very confident young man.
We were always clear with our kids that life is about risk. There is no sure, safe way to live in the world unless you wrap yourself in bubble wrap and don't get out of bed. And what kind of a life is that? So we made sure the kids understood that there are risks in life, but to measure your risk, not to waste your risk. And I drove that message home over and over and over. And, you know, in this case, on that night, Archie took a risk that maybe he did not properly measure, apparently. But we did what we could to prepare our kids.
I was out on the back deck when Archie came home at 3:30 from his factory job on Friday. And I'd never seen him that happy. I said, Archie, you look beautiful. And I grabbed my phone and I aimed it at him, and he said, what are you doing? His hair was all over and he was sweating, and I said, Archie, you look beautiful right now. I'm taking your picture. And he's, okay. He was always willing to, I guess, cave in for me. So he caved in and I took that picture, and that's the last picture we have of Archie. He was so happy. At 2 o'clock on Saturday morning, a song came on that they thought was meh. So they left the dance floor and went in the directions, as you do if you've ever been out, right? You just, one will go out for a cigarette, a couple will go off talking, someone goes out for pizza, and Archie went to the bathroom. And made a bad decision. He'd had some beers, so he had that on board, and he had been up for 20 hours. Somebody offered him something in that bathroom that he took. He was very well educated about fentanyl and its dangers, and he would not have purchased a bag of fentanyl, and he would not have then gone on to say, oh, I think I'll have some fentanyl tonight. But that's what happened. The toxicology reports won't be in for 18 months, but the narcotics squad told us that that bag of whatever Archie thought it was tested positive for fentanyl, and that's what killed our son. From my work as a paramedic and from the devastation that I saw in Alberta, I came back almost unable to move on the issue of drugs. I didn't know what I could do. But now, only after Archie's death, I realized there's so much that we can do. getting naloxone. It's free from the pharmacy. You go there with your healthcare card, they give it to you. They'll show you how to use it. It's such an easy thing to do. Fentanyl test strips are available on Amazon. We've bought them since. They're easy to use. It's an off-label use, but out in BC, it's actually Public Health who is promoting this as an off-label use for the test strip. So that's something else that people who use drugs can do it. People who think they might at some point be around someone who may use drugs can do it. Fentanyl is here, and we need to do something about it, and we can do something about it. I just couldn't do anything about it to save mice.